Hey guys, good evening. It is Monday, the last day of the month, July 31st, 2023. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life Daily Podcast. Great to be with you this evening. We have another great topic, which we'll get to in just a moment. If you're new here, friends, just grab your smartphone, please. Launch your camera, point over the QR code like such, so touch the yellow ellipse that'll appear. You'll get my link tree. If you're not watching us, but you're only listening to us through an audio podcast, etc., you can just go to believemeachieve.com for more of my great, amazing creations. Hey, friends, don't forget to check out the latest video that got published today, JCM Academy's video, which was really cool today. It was published, and it was pretty cool because this video was all about something very interesting. And what we were talking about was something that a lot of people struggle with, and that's the magic of putting something away. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. You guys are going to have to definitely check that out and see what's there. If you have not had the chance to read my most recent article, hey, what are you waiting for? Go to John C. Morley's recent articles. Farmers are turning to AI to milk their cows. You're going to want to read this one. It's going to really teach you a lot. So thank you so much for popping in. Whether you're watching me at 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night, 10 a.m. in the morning, 12 noon, 12 midnight, 1 a.m., 1 p.m., potato, whatever time you watch, I'm very grateful that you're here to soak up all this great knowledge and hopefully choose to implement in your life so that you can make some amazing changes. All right, to improve your life. Let's get into the master topic, everyone. Here it is. Understanding Social Media Etiquette. Series 2 means we're in the second year. Show 31, episode number 3. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a pretty amazing night. Do you know why? Because this episode that is publishing will make our 700th, yes, podcast of IFYL. That's pretty amazing. And that means that tomorrow, when the podcast goes live, it'll be the 700th audio podcast for Inspirations for Your Life. So definitely check that out. So we're talking about a very interesting topic, which is understanding social media. And I told you the reason that I covered this or decided to cover it, and that's because of somebody that decided that it was okay to act entitled and do whatever heck he wants to do on social media. In fact, he did it about 10 or 12 times, posting content that was nonsense. It wasn't even promotion. It was asking for people to work for his company, and it was just very tasteless. And you don't post things that are non-related to the thread. All right, so what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about an interesting part of social media etiquette, and that is verify information before you share. So verify the names, the spelling is correct, if there's phone numbers, if there's a web link. Nobody likes to go to social media and then find out, oh, I can't get there because the URL's wrong or the site's broken or whatever, right? So make sure that you spend the time to verify that information. Heck, while you're doing that, make sure you put commas, make sure you've checked the grammar, the spelling. It will speak volumes of you if you take the time to actually not rush your content out there. All right. I know everyone wants to get so much content out there, but when you rush content out there, people lose respect for you. And then they think everything you do is going to be like that. So that's a problem, right? A great thing that many people have said, don't say it online if you wouldn't say it in person. What do people think? That it's okay to say something nasty online? They wouldn't say it in person, but it's only social media. Social media can have lots of ramifications that can be bad if you don't act before you post. Once you post, it's out there. Can you delete the post? Yes, but it might already be in somebody's feed and they might have already read it. Okay. People say that social media is not real, it's not the real world. It is real life. So act responsibly and make sure before you go ahead and smash that post button or schedule button that you are 100% comfortable about what you're saying, the graphics that are being used in that post. Is that something that you'd hedge if you were with somebody in person? If it is, you probably shouldn't be posting it. All right. Pretty straightforward. So, social media etiquette is something I hope that a lot of people, and the thing that really got me was the person that did this was uh, an executive in, or at least management in a marketing and advertising company. Shouldn't they know better? I would think. All right. The next thing I want to share with you, and it's very important, and that is know the rules for social media. So, the rules for social media platforms. For example, let's go ahead and talk about the rules for Facebook. Okay. The rules for the social media Facebook. So, first of all, posting things that don't follow the Facebook community standards like threats, hate speech, graphic violence, not welcome on Facebook. If you're attempting to use Facebook to bully, impersonate, or harass anyone, not going to end well. Abusing a Facebook feature, like sending friend requests to too many people you don't know, well, that's probably going to get you into Facebook jail. There are a few things that aren't allowed on Facebook. That'd be nudity or any, let's say, directly sexual content or suggestive content. We said hate speech is not allowed, threats, direct attacks on individuals or groups. So if you don't like a particular group or, let's say, an association, you can't be making comments about that organization. Content that contains information that is going to either lead to excessive violence, um, be posted because you're trying to appear as someone else, like create a post that's really fake when it's not really true. And so I guess it gets into something called the Facebook rules. So do not provide your page, group, or event with a name or username that contains profanity or violates community standards. Do not change the name of your page, group, or event in a manner that significantly alters its existing purpose. And do not merge two pages when their purposes are dissimilar. Understanding these things is why you might get banned on Facebook. So let's talk about the rules of social media for Instagram, right? So what are the rules there? Share only photos and videos that you've taken or have the right to share. That's important. Post photos and videos that are appropriate for a wide dichotomy of audiences, right? Make sure your content is meaningful and it has genuine interactions. Respect the members of the community. All right. One of the things that they say, and I'm sure you guys know this, but we have to say it. Make sure you have the rights to post. It's not allowed on Instagram to create or submit unwanted email, comments, likes, or other forms of commercial or harassing communication. Illegal content, they don't allow things like things that would talk about terrorism, organized crime, or hate groups. Offering sexual services or selling firearms or drugs are also prohibited. Sorry, guys. Self-injury. They don't allow anyone or the encouragement of any type of self-injury. Now, you've seen content on other platforms like TikTok. They've done TikTok challenges. Well, Instagram will not support that. Okay. They do not tolerate graphic violence. They may remove videos or images of intense graphic violence to make sure that Instagram stays in a conducive, appropriate manner for everyone. Who decides these standards? Well, Instagram talks to the community through a variety of people of cultures, ages, and beliefs. And they spend quite a bit of time thinking about different points of view to create a safe and welcoming environment for everyone. Remember, something that you might think is funny might really offend someone else. So that's important. Sure. What's you have a pro tip. Great to see you, RFM, real football maniac. What's your tip for us tonight? So it happens a lot in the world of professional athletes. A lot of times people try to post that they're someone else and they're not, or they slander an athlete because they don't like the way that they made a pass or they threw the ball or the way they tackled someone. See, that should not be tolerated. So you've got to act respectfully. Um, so RFM, I think you said you have a comment. Let me know what that comment is here. If you'd like to share that with us, that would be great. So, social media etiquette is something that we would all presume is common sense, but it's not. And the fact that I noticed somebody from an organization, a very large organization that was part of a huge national organization, would just think it's okay that he could just post content that had no bearing on anything that I wanted, to post about. Sure, you can, you love the videos. I'm glad you like the videos, Doodle, thank you. And what's the tip, RFM? I'm glad you're liking the videos. So, what happens whether you're somebody that's just starting social media or you've been it, you look for other mentors to help you in social media. But oftentimes, which is what happened to me when I was looking for a mentor, they didn't know what the heck they were doing. And they charged us money. You're definitely going to want to read the article that's coming out probably later this week, where the title is Why I Fired a Multi-Million Dollar Advertising Company and the Ethics of Social Media. Long title, but I think it's important. And so this person was making all these things that had nothing to do about it. Hey, Joe, how are you? Great to see you on the podcast tonight. And thanks for the respect. Appreciate that. Good friend and somebody I actually went to school with, and a good friend of mine. Always supportive and great chiropractor. So, I have to tell you that people think it's okay to do whatever the heck they want online because their world is not the world people see, but it actually is the world people see. The world people see is online. And once you post something online, you cannot take it down. That's why before you smash that button to post something, I don't know, maybe it's about your boyfriend, girlfriend, some other family member. It's not appropriate to troll online because you're mad at something they did to you or a friend, and you try to like retaliate with social media, and you feel that's gonna really get that one up on them. And you might think that's great, and we all might have these issues where we might have a problem, right? So definitely take a breath for maybe a count of 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then that didn't work. Close your eyes and maybe count back from 20 to 1. If that doesn't work, take a walk. So sometimes we have impulsive behaviors. And so impulsive behaviors are things we don't really want to do or we haven't thought about it, but we elicit them. He probably is doing it all in jest there, Joe. I don't think he means anything bad by it. Albert's another great guy that I went to school with, another friend of mine from a school here in Wayne, New Jersey. So I think understanding this is important. Now, I'll tell you, if you've ever had to go to a situation where you had to get a restraining order, the most important thing is that when you go there, you have to tell them that, how are you there, John? Ops, good to see you tonight. Welcome. You have to make sure you tell them that you have a digital restraining order too, not just one of these ones that gives you a 500-foot restraining order. A digital restraining order means they cannot go online and use social media to try to intimidate, harm, or let's say manipulate you. This happens a lot with athletes. So what's happening? Thank you so much. Appreciate the comments. So this is a really hot topic. And again, I started this whole thing because I figured nobody wanted to know anything about social media. But when I saw like an executive at this company that doesn't have a company too far from me. I'm not going to mention the name because that wouldn't be appropriate. And not too far from me. In fact, a town that I used to live in. And for him to just do this and say, we're hiring this, we're looking for web people, working for diners, we're looking for this. And not only did he post it once, he posted it two times in other people's content. One about somebody who was taking a trip and describing their trip to Canada, somebody else that was taking a trip around the world for helping people, and then 10 times on content that I posted about artificial intelligence. One of them had to do with the cow. You definitely want to read my article about farmers are turning to AI to help milk their cows. And you definitely want to read that article because there's a lot that goes into understanding cows. Cows are a very productive environment for farmers. And if those farmers, hey, thank you so much, Steph. Appreciate the, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I try really hard to give you content that is going to educate you and hope empower you. That's why I do this. By the way, I'm really excited because I have a brand new show launching in California, in San Bernardino, California, on KCAA radio. I'm collaborating with Sheila Mack, a pretty well-known celebrity in the real estate industry. I'm going to be on her show every single Friday. So it's 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. So it's 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. KCAA radio. You're going to want to check that out. And I'm going to be talking about how and why losing control will actually give you more of it. I won't get into that topic today. So getting back to social media etiquette. So one thing I could have done is I could have reached out to the guy and said, hey, man, what are you doing? Like, what's up? So he might have responded to me positively. He might have been nasty. So I decided, let's not do any of that. Let's not reach out to him. Let's not block him. Let's hope that he goes away. And I post other content telling people, hey, it's not appropriate to do things like this. Maybe he'll actually decide to turn a new leaf. But the fact that agencies try to get people to do this and then charge money for this advice, this is just ludicrous. So tonight, realize social media is not a place for you to hide. In fact, if you post content that is going to be trolling or is going to harass or harm or threaten someone, that's just as valid as you picking up the phone and threatening someone or you saying it to them in person. Thanks. I'm glad you love John the Science Guy too. We had like 15 kids this past Saturday at the Oakland Public Library and about 20 parents, and we do this every 3 months. And now we've been looking for sponsors. This past week, we actually lit some matches on fire, and we showed how matches that are actually burnt are magnetic. And then we talked about the difference between regular magnets and neodymium magnets, which are magnets that are all about this rare earth substance. And we talked about the dangers. If you swallow them, they could cause you to die immediately because they have such a powerful connection in them that you can't unbreak. And then we also did a great experiment where we explained how static electricity works with a comb and things like that. And we played with the magnets a little bit. We went around, and then I did a really cool experiment. I did an exothermic reaction. I'm not going to let the cat too much out of the bag, but I made elephant toothpaste. You're definitely going to want to check this out. We'll be releasing a video on it soon. I have never done this online. I've only done it in person, but we're starting to mix some of those. And STEM is an amazing program we put together. We're trying to get more people to come. We've got 6 people already signed up for our class in Oakland in October. And our next one was already put online. We've got a few people registering for the one there. And by the way, JCM Academy's masterclass are launching again, and very reasonable to sign up. A whole hour where we talk about really compelling things that can change your life. So RFM has a question for me. What are my thoughts about global warming? Warming. Well, uh, the thing I would say about that is our climate is changing, right? And a lot of people don't know things about global warming. I do believe that, the sun is causing us to have some damage of the Earth's ozone. And in that, we need to be more protective. I don't know if you guys know, I wear sunglasses. So here, but I wear sunglasses. I started to wear this for many years when I started going skiing. But the real reason I started to wear them was not just to look cool. The reason was my dad had a rare cancer in his eyes. And so he had this cancer on both eyes. And I realized this, and I said, I'm always very careful, but I said, I got to start protecting my eyes every day. So what I do is I wear my Ray-Bans every single day. They're UV, they're polarized. I take care of them. They're always around my neck. And if I'm not outside, I take them off. If I'm outside, I put them on. And not only does it protect my eyes, but my eyes don't get tired as quickly. A little life hack for you. If you want to improve your eyesight, a good thing to do, definitely wear sunglasses. And the other thing you want to do is before you go to sleep, take a cold pack, put on your eyes for maybe, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so. You're going to see that that's actually going to help your eye. See, the main reason our eyes don't perform well is they get tired. Same reason our bodies don't perform. They get tired. So we have to know how to work smarter and not harder. That encompasses our brain, that encompasses our body, our legs. Of course, we want to do different types of things. Like, you guys know, I went from 250 pounds about 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm down to 169, and I'm on the way down to 165. I did this. I fired 7 trainers, and I did this, and my only workout routine every day is 3 minute planks. I hold a plank for 3 minutes. Then I do 30 all the way up, all the way down toe touches. Not many people can do toe touches without a lot of complications. I can do it so easily. Then I do 30 heel ups, like go up to my toes and back down. A couple times a week, I will do like these crunches. I'll do them, I'll lay down, I'll come up. And I feel really good. And the best thing is, you can't see here, but I mean, my core is very strong. And if your core is strong, you're going to be strong. So, getting back to social media etiquette, if we were posting about, let's say, the cows and how farmers are using AI to actually do a couple things. One, to make sure that the milk coming out of the cows is the highest hygienic quality, to make sure that it's done in a manner that is going to be very conducive to the cows. Now, you might say, gee, cows don't want this. I got news for you. Cows do want this, because it's very similar, a cow wanting to, release the milk, to a human wanting to be able to use the restroom when, they have to release urine. So they have a pressure on their udders, so they want the release and they want to cooperate. So when there's a machine that is able to do this, and they actually do it so precisely by using a camera, which actually gets cleaned about every 2 or 3 cows. And the camera, basically, the first thing that happens is the hooves basically, the udders basically, they get cleaned with some warm water, and then they pre-milk to get any of the pre-milk out, discard that, and then, but before they even do that, a camera shines to get the exact position with the laser, and then it goes right on. And then when it's done, they release it. Nearest place to buy zucchini? Oh, where are you located, Leo? Nearest place to buy zucchini, I would have to tell you, any of the stores, any of the fresh farm markets. You can go to anything from Stop and Shop. You can go to a Whole Foods. You can go to a Wegmans. So there's lots of places you can get that. Any green things are good for you. And so this is something I feel that was really interesting. So I talked about this whole thing. I posted this long article, and not to pat myself on the back, but I went from 0 subscribers about 3, 4 months ago to now close to almost 700 subscribers. And ladies and gentlemen, in a coincidence way, we're at our 700th episode. Wow. Second year, 700th episode. And that's just absolutely amazing. I am very, very grateful. So, social media etiquette is something we all need to abide by. That would be awesome, Joe. I'd love you guys to come. So you can register for it at believemeachieve.com. And you can click on the event there that says STEM, and you can see the program there. You do need to register. It is free, but we have a cap at like 32, 34. We have some light breakfast with some donuts and all kinds of, I think, I'm not going to let too much out of the bag. I think we're working on a static electricity demonstration, which will be really cool. And we're even working, I think we're working on a unique type of electric train. So we're working on a couple things. A few months ago, we built a homopolar motor out of just a battery, a screw, and some magnets. So really, really cool stuff. But that exothermic reaction was absolutely amazing. And the best part is that the kids that came to this event, we always ask their parents if they would like to be part of the demonstration, which is great. But if they sign the media release, their parents sign it, they're allowed to participate. But we're also allowed to take pictures of them, and then they're able to be on the John the Science Guy's wall of information, as well as be promoted in other events. And we're just having a blast doing this. Just talked to a friend of mine today. We had our first Battle of the Bands, which was cool. We're working on our next one. And I had a father reach out to me and say, "Hey, John, listen, my 2 or 3 kids are going to starting school in Franklin Lakes." I said, "Yeah." I said, "We'll do something. Maybe we'll do a talent show the 1st of January. So we're going to do something open, so do a lot of things." So there's a lot of stuff we're doing. A lot of things are hopping. If you always want to know what I'm up to, check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing creations. It has been a privilege, a pleasure, and a blast being with you guys tonight. And remember, social media etiquette is not something we should have to do. It should be something we want to do. When you meet someone, do you have respect for them? Sure you do. Why is it we don't have respect for people online? We're not entitled just because we can't see the other person, or because maybe they can't see our identity directly. You're still online, and you still have a responsibility in this world to act with accountability. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Check out all my amazing stuff, including the farmer article I told you about, as well as check out what happens when we put something away. And stay tuned for my story coming out later this week about why I fired a multi-million-dollar advertising and marketing company and social media etiquette. I will see you guys real soon and connect with you on some more great topics. It has been amazing. Oh, RFM, you have one final question. What's the final question before we wrap up here? You said you had one final question for us. We'll give you a minute there. But anyway, while we're waiting for that, I do want to thank you guys for coming and making the choice to check all this stuff out. Do be sure to like, love, comment, Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know. Just post the question, RFM. We're going to be closing soon, so post it in the next minute. Otherwise, we're going to miss you. Be sure to definitely visit John C. Morley's Serial Entrepreneur's YouTube channel and make the choice. Click on the PayPal link. Buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a delicious plate of yummy desserts. Either way, we're going to be grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to be better. Hey, RFM, we got to sign off in another minute, so go ahead and post your question now because we do have to sign off. What's your question? Post it quickly, please, or we're going to have to catch you another time. We have RFM who has a question, but he's not posting it yet. So I'm going to give you another minute, and if it's not there, I'm going to have to say goodbye, all right? It's 10:41 right now. I do need to wrap this up for tonight. And you said you have a question, but I haven't seen it yet. So go ahead and please post a question. But, there's lots of great content, including the J Moore Tech Talk show is also out there. And another tidbit I want to share with you is the head person from OpenAI actually announced about a week or two ago that he's stepping down because he wants to spend more time with his family. That's a crock. He's stepping down because he doesn't want to be accountable. RFM, we do need to say goodbye. Mike Tyson and what is it? And in a fist fight, who you got winning? I have no idea. Not sure. I don't watch a lot of football, to be honest with you. He's saying here, Mike Tyson and a grizzle bear in a fist fight. Who you got on winning? I don't know. I'm not a big better. I usually go for the solid things after research. Do you want to tell us the answer? I did. Well, what's the answer, RFM? Who's the winner? You just said I did, but I don't I don't know who you're saying is going to win. All right, guys. We do have to run. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night, and we'll see you real soon. Be well.